wait a second, because those took an hour.
Alright, we're starting. Now, today, what we're going to be doing...
Hey,
That's 10.
guys, fight.
You still owe me 10. Alright, so today, we're going to be determining the slope between 2 points. So, what is slope?
It's like the
It's the way a line moves, right? The way it falls. So, we talked about it some last year, and it starts with an R. Does anybody know the way we remember it?
Run.
Alright, and remember, what do we not say in here?
Over.
So we're going to say rise, then run. And the reason that we're going to say rise, then run, is so that we know that first we have to go up, and then we have to run. Throwing my markers everywhere. So we say rise, then run. Okay? Now, if you're rising on a graph, which axis is that? Okay? And if you're running, which axis is that? So, is this the same thing as y divided by x?
Yes.
It is. That's the exact same thing. And our ultimate goal today is to figure out the slope formula and to find the slope between 2 points. But we're going to look at it in 3 different ways. We're going to find the slope of a table, and we're going to find the slope of a graph, and then we're going to write our formula. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. We're almost ready. So we're going to start on table. So if you'll turn your paper so that we're looking at the table side first.
Does that know which way you're trying to fold it in?
Not really. All right, ready?
Yes.
Almost. Ready? Okay. Alright, so we're going to look at the table side first. Now, we said that it's y divided by x, right? That's what we just said.
Yes.
But if you're looking at a graph, your graph goes up and down, correct?
Yes.
So how many y values do you have? Do you have a bunch? You have a lot, right? Because there's a lot of points on the graph. So when you're looking at a table, you have to look at the 2 of them. So we're going to write that it's the change in y divided by the change in x. Now, what does that word change mean? Like how is the difference? Okay, what mathematical operation is that? Subtraction. Awesome. Take a point. Both of you take a point. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to first figure out how it changes on our y's. Alright, so how much does it change from 0 to 10?
5.
How much do we go up from 0 to 10?
10.
10 units. How much do we go up from 10 to 20?
10.
And then 10. Okay, does everybody see what we did?
Yep.
All we did was find the change in y, how it increases. Okay, now let's look at our x values. How much does it increase over here?
2.
And then?
2.
And then? Okay, so how would we find the slope of this table? What do you think we would do?
Add 2 every time.
What did we write our slope is?
Change your y divided by x.
Okay, it's the change in y divided by the change in x. So how would we find our slope?
Change divided by 2.
Awesome, take a point.
Good doctor.
So it's the change in y. What was the change in y?
10.
10. And what was the change in x? 2. So you just divide. Now slope is notated by a lowercase m. Every time. A lowercase m every time. Alright, what is 10 divided by 2? So that's our slope. Now, is that a positive line or a negative line? What would that look like with our hands?
Oh.
What's a positive line look like with our arms? Look at slope, guy. How would it look? It would go this way, right? It would be increasing. So we would hike. Are we hiking up or are we falling down? We're hiking up to the marshmallows. All right. Yes.
This is a positive, like, nature is a positive, so it always hits a point. Like, I thought, like, if it's positive, it would always hit a point.
It's going to always hit a point either way. But if it's positive, it's going to hit it on this side. So it's going to increase. If it's positive, it's going to go up. That's a great question. All right, are we ready to look at it on a graph? Are we sure? No. All right, so let's open our graph lab. Now, what did we write at the top right-hand corner of our paper? What did we say slope was?
The change in x and change in y.
And we said it was what?
Oh, rise and run.
Rise then run. Okay. And what letter did we say represents slope? Okay. So we're going to say that M equals rise then run. Now, when you're looking at a graph, you look for where it crosses the actual grids, where it hits an actual point. Now, does it cross here at 0, 0?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody put a dot at 0, 0. Make it big, make it bold so you see it. Who can tell me the coordinate of the next point that it crosses?
2, negative 1.
Negative.
All right, so Sierra said -2, -3, so that's a good one. What's another one?
3 and 3.
Would it be, are you sure it crosses at 3, 3?
It crosses right
3
through it.
and 2, 2 and 3.
Because,
3 and 2. That's like
what do we list first on our coordinates, guys?
2 and 3.
2, 3, so right 2, up 3. All right, so those are our points. Now, does it hit right on 1, 1?
No.
It's just a little above it, right? So you want to hit it where it crosses the actual grid. Now that's a good question because 1, 1 is close, so it looks like it might, but it doesn't quite touch there. Yes, Austin.
What about for like where the arrow stops is 4 and 6? If it would have like been touching on.
It is. It's going to hit there, but we're going to prove that in just a second. So everybody, get a marker for me. Get a marker.
You need a marker.
Are we ready? All right. So everybody, take your marker and start. All right, everybody take your marker. Where was our first point? It was at 0, 0, right? Okay, so everybody put your marker on 0, 0. Now, what did we say slope was?
Rise and run.
So should we move up first?
Yes.
All right, so everybody tell me, how many units do we move up? Okay, so write a 3. And we don't say over.
10. It's 10.
Do we go to the left or to the right?
To the right.
To the right. So is that positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
You do that for the next week.
So for the next one, we're going to start down here. How many do we go up to get to our point?
3.
1, 2, 3. You're right. And how many do we go to the right?
2.
2. Okay, so our slope is rise, then run. What's the rise of this line?
3.
And what's the run of the line?
2.
That's your slope.
It's not negative because you go up, right?
Right, and look at the way this line is falling. Are we rising?
Yes.
We're climbing. So that would be a positive. Yep, it's stairs.
Minus 3.
I'll show you a negative one in just a minute. Where's my pen? Alright, so hopefully we all have notebooks with graph paper in it, but if not, we can make do. Alright, so I want everybody to write. I want you to make a graph below the circle. Just a little baby graph below the circle. This is a lovely conversation, but I don't care, so hush. Alright, I would like everybody to please put a point, and this is our X, this is our Y. I want you to put a point at 5, 0. 5, 0.
With our marker or our pencil?
Your pencil. And then we're going to use that marker to do the slope. And then I wanted it 2, 2.
Where's your slope? 1.
This
She said 0, 5.
is at 5, 0.
2, 2.
This is at 2, 2.
Negative 1.
And that's at negative 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's it. What I write, you write. Alright, has everybody drawn this?
My graph is kind of exactly, but when I graph my point, it's kind of curved. Like,
Why? Are you on graph paper?
Because you're going to point at 2, 2 instead of at 1.
Alright, now, somebody beside Austin, because he's done awesome so far today. Can you, Alicia, you want to tell me what the rise from this point to this point is? What's our rise right here?
2.
Which one is it?
2.
What's the rise? It's 2.
And
Alright, wait, take a point for your team. Alright, who can tell me what the run is? Bronson, can you tell me what the run is?
Let's go now.
Okay. Sarah, can you tell me what the run is? Is it, now, are we going to the left or to the right? Stop talking while I'm talking. Do you understand me? It's going to the left, so would it be positive 3 or negative 3? It would be. Alright, who can tell me the rise from this point to this point? What's our rise right here? 2. Awesome. Sarah, you and Kimberly both get a point. And then what's our run? Positive or negative? Negativo. Negative 3. Now, what is the slope of this line? Remember, it's rise divided by run, so what would the slope be?
2, I meant.
It's and 3. 3, then 3.
Guys, what is the rise? 2 divided by, what's the run?
3.
-3. It is important that you put the negative because we're falling down the hill, so you have to have the negative. Does everybody understand?
That's -5.
2 divided by -3 is not -5.
Oh, I mean, it's negative.
2 divided by -3. You leave it as a fraction. So that's a great thing.
Oh.
If you can't, you leave it as a fraction. If you can't reduce the fraction, like on the first one, we could reduce 10 divided by 2. But we can't reduce this and get a whole number, so you leave it. So let's make a note that says leave it as a fraction. We're going to do one last thing today. We're going to do the actual slope formula on Tuesday when we get back. But we're going to open up our triangle and we're going to label the lines on the inside. Yes? It's President's Day. Alright, so open your triangle.
Go ahead, coach. No homework today?
I don't know, maybe. Open up your triangle.
Good.
Now, using our slope guy and the colors from yesterday, we're going to use our slope guy to help us out in the middle. So looking at our triangle, what kind of slope is this? Okay, so mine should be what color? Mine should be orange. So you need to make yours whatever color yours is. So that's undefined. It needs to be the same as the slope guy.
Wait, so it has to be the same as the slope guy?
Yeah, it needs to be the same as your slope guy. I'm sorry. Turn your paper. Alright. What is the bottom one down here?
That'd be
0. Great job, Brent. Take a point. Austin, you get a point for saying it a minute ago.
Huh?
You get a point for answering a minute ago. They're at the front.
We like 3 points.
I'm not the only one that's supposed to talk support.
Alright, what kind of slope is this guy right here? The positive. Awesome. You said positive. Take a point. And what's our last one? You said negative. Take a point.
Miss Asbury, can you tell him to give me the strip so I can put my name on it? Because he's acting like he's 4.
Austin, please give her the strip so that she can put Alright, that's it for today. No homework this weekend.
Thank you.
Enjoy your long weekend.
Enjoy yours too.
Thank you.
Hope you feel better.
Thank you, Eddie.